Hey, what is going on, Madden family? We are here and we're going to break down Rookie Premiere a little bit more for you guys as we could digest it a little bit. So again, let's start out with talking about what Rookie Premiere is. Rookie Premiere is a program or a promo that comes out. Essentially, it's every year, I think, or it still exists at least. And what it is you complete a set to get a card this year of a rookie, and you get that rookie next year. The starters are low overall, and as they upgrade throughout the year, that card upgrades with it. It does not go all year. It goes until generally like February-ish time frame. So some of these cards can get to like 96, 97 overall. Generally, like Kyler Murray got to a 96 this year. Nick Bosa was a 96. So just gives you that idea. But when they do these cards, you know, you get the 99 this year, which is great. And they're normally pretty good cards. But I personally feel that they're not always worth the value. And if EA makes a change next year and gives them physical chemistries and they can give them all the proper abilities, that's great. That's sort of the change that needs to happen with this, because that was a big downfall this year. Let's go over these cards and see how they're going to really get upgrades and how would they really compare. Like, are these even cards you would really use? I don't know. I mean, we obviously don't know how the game's going to play. We don't know what the meta is going to be. We don't know how abilities are going to be. Let's look at them. So we got Cole Kmet from the Bears, tight end. Bears like their tight ends. We know that he is a faster tight end with not a lot of run block, so he's not high on my list. He may be a good little budget tight end to start the year, but even then, his base card that comes out when the game releases is not going to be super high rated. You know that. You could pick him up anyway. Same thing with Xavier McKinney here. Second round pick from the Giants. Fell out of the first round. Not a bad card here if you're projecting out how he's going to look, but at strong safety is actually kind of a weak position in the game generally. Now, we don't know what kind of cards they're going to give him. He's not a huge name either, a huge draw. So again, this is a card that I'm not overly looking at, honestly. I'm not putting him high up on my list of cards that I think EA was going to be like, yes, give him cards. Could he get Rookie of the Year? Who knows? Generally, safety's kind of hard for them to get it. But, I mean, he's not a bad card. They've got him set up well. They have his zone coverage really low, which could be a problem for how the game plays. Next up, we got Clyde. Love Clyde. Great. He's such a good player in real life. But running backs in Madden, dime a dozen. And simply because of that, they don't have him rated out to 99 speed, 99 agility, 99 XL, none of that stuff. So again, this is probably not a very usable card. Unfortunately, he should be, but I don't really think so. Patrick Queen. We love our fast linebackers. He shows that he's a fast linebacker here. But if you notice, he has 95 speed at 99. So if EA is going to be extrapolating speeds like that, you've already got cards which are pretty high up there overall, which are very similar speeds. Someone like Kenneth Murray, who in this year's game is a 95 overall, has 93 speed. Isaiah Simmons, Deion Jones, players like that. But playing in the Ravens scheme could always net you a bunch of cards from Team of the Weeks and stuff like that. They love giving the Ravens cards. This would not be a bad card to get. It's a little short. We don't know what they're going to do with Shazier next year. Obviously, he was team captain this year. So this card interests me. It interests me. But again, not overly excited. If it was Isaiah Simmons, I'd yes, go get Isaiah Simmons. But there is not an Isaiah Simmons, unfortunately. For whatever the reason they have, I don't know. CeeDee Lamb, a Cowboy. Now, when you get Cowboys, they love to give the Cowboys cards. Super popular. I mean, obviously, from popularity. Now, is this a great card going into next year? Probably not. You know, when we look at receivers, we look at speed. Card does not have all the speed. He's not going to have all the speed. You know, you're looking at a 75-ish overall card to start the year, maybe. Could be something like that. not overly usable, but when he does get upgrades, if he has a game, EA's going to give him a card. That's what they do with the Cowboys. So, could be a good card. Not the most usable card, but as far as getting upgrades, you know what? He's probably up there on the path of getting upgrades. Right tackles. The lineman that EA gives. Now, EA does always give the lineman in Rookie Premier upgrades. It is always a good option, especially a right tackle where it is a very weak position in the game. Very, very weak. I would actually do this card because you know he's going to get an upgrade during a promo. At some point. Maybe it's a ghost card. They always give ghost linemen, you know? So you could sort of invest in this card in hopes that come November, December, he's going to get that card. He's not going to get a Rookie of the Year. He's not going to get something like that. But linemen will get upgrades. He's probably due for 2 upgrades, honestly, throughout the year. Again, at right tackle, could sort of knock out an expensive position for the most part, because right tackle is a very expensive position in the game. I don't mind doing this card. Derek Brown, D-tackle. It is also an expensive position, but the problem with it is that there's so many of them. We don't really use a lot of D-tackles at D-tackle. Defensive end is a very populous position. We use linebackers at D-end, D-ends at D-tackle. This card is not interesting to me at all. I think Derek Brown's an exceptionally good player. Could get some sacks and, you know, maybe a team of the week card here or there. But just looking at the way they built him out, having high power move, low finesse move, I would rather him be like 90 power move, 90 finesse move. Obviously, if you know how power move, finesse move work, one of the 2 triggers each time. You don't know which one is going to trigger each time. And so there's times when he's going to get that finesse move triggered and he's going to be basically a useless card out there. So that's that. Jeff Okudah, again, he's the big cornerback name. He's a big name. He's gonna get cards, and he's a really good card too. We see, you know, look at his stats. He's a good card. His card this year is 98 this year. Actually plays really well. I would expect the same thing. He's 6'1". He's not small. He's bigger than Patrick Queen out there. Okudah is definitely a card I'm gonna put my hands on for sure. No questions asked there. Chase Young, again, headliner card, right? Chase Young is going to get cards, and his card this year is very good. And he's going to make his cards very good. And he's got speed at DN, which you can't buy. So Chase Young is going to be one card I will personally be doing as well. And then the last one we have is Joe Burrow. Okay, now the problem I have with quarterbacks is you don't know how they're going to play. You don't know what the meta is going to be. Is he going to get escape artist or the equivalent of it next year? I don't know. Joe Burrow is not the fastest guy. He does not have the strongest arm. It's not like Kyler Murray was going into this year where you're like, oh, I really want to use a Kyler Murray card. Joe Burrow's not going to be that guy. He's going to get cards, though. But for me, the rookie premier quarterbacks have essentially been very useless throughout the years. I may do the set to get him, but I'm not expecting a lot out of it, okay? Now, these cards will be expensive. If you want to use your coins, by all means use your coins. But I think there's a bigger question coming in here, and it's this one. There's a Mutt Master Completion Exchange set where you can get a Rookie Premier card or a Nat Golden ticket. Now, either one of them gives you a 99. So that's up to you. But you do have to have the Mutt Master Completion token. And I'm going to show that to you here. Now, which one should you go for? It's totally up to you. The gold tickets are better cards than these Rookie Premier 99s. Let's just say that. They are just better. Sorry, EA. They're just better. So if you're looking for a better player this year, that's probably the way to go, is the golden ticket. If you're not, otherwise, that's okay. Now, the Mutt Master Completion Collectible. Let's switch this over, right? So, if we look in my binder on my main team, I don't have a Mutt Master Completion token. Okay, I don't have one. where it is, I believe, is actually in Pat Tillman. So does this mean that you have to take it out of Pat Tillman? I don't know. So let's go look here and see what this is. I don't know. I don't know where that token is, or am I missing it personally? I don't know. I don't see it. I don't know what they're doing there. So let's go look at our missions here to see Mutt Master. So does that mean that don't have these done, so I don't have it? Because I finished this Mutt Master, but I don't have the Mutt Master stats. Now I don't know if you get a token for this point. Right? I don't have 35 fumble recoveries or 25 sacks with them. I don't know where this token is. I don't know, and we'll have to wait and see tomorrow when that comes out. But again, we look at the golden tickets. We know the golden tickets are better cards, right? Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Bo Jackson, CeeDee Lamb or Julio Jones, Vic, Lamar, RG3, Joe Burrow. You know, like, these are better cards. But it just depends where you want to put your investment in. You want to invest a little into next year, or have a better card this year? Because I will tell you, and I think this is the truth, you will get more use out of your Nat golden ticket playing if you're playing till the start of Madden 21 than you will with that rookie premier card next year. Rookie premieres you don't really use a lot. And let's go look at the rookie premieres from this year and see where they ended up. Now, I quick sold some of them. But like, we have Devin Bush and Chris Lindstrom, right? 93 overalls. Devin Bush is an okay card. Lindstrom is an okay card. You know, are all right cards. Kyler Murray, Nick Bosa. Not a lot of people really use those cards. I believe I quick sold them personally because I would, like, they were useless. They never actually played. Now, Devin Bush had a spot in the lineup, and Lindstrom had a spot, the backup right guard for me. But they didn't do a whole lot. Even when you look at in years past, when there was like a Zeke. Zeke was a big name. We didn't use a lot of rookie premier cards. I think one of the most useful rookie premier cards recently was the Quentin Nelson from a couple of years ago, just because they made left guard a really weak position when he got his ghost card. Really good card. And then before that, there was a Marshawn Lattimore when he won rookie premier, got a 97. That card was really, really, really good. So there's a risk involved. But again, you're using coins in June, July, and hoping to get a card that will be useful for a little while. Honestly, later in the year, or maybe if someone has a big team of the week. So it's really up to you. I'm gonna do it because I have the coins. I wouldn't go out and I wouldn't spend money. I would not spend money on this at all. It is not worth, your dollar for dollar is not worth it at all. 1,000,000% is not worth it. Buying the packs, this is not worth it. Use what you have, okay? But don't go out and dig into your wallet for this. It's not worth it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Take this information and knowledge. Make the right decisions. We'll be back tomorrow when all the content drops. We'll go through everything again. But I look forward to it. Thank you guys for your support. I'm out. Peace.